Hello viewers, Mezcal here. Today I'm going to share with you my Christmas turkey recipe. A lot of people raise their eyebrows in a funny way and look at me like, what are you talking about? But the proof is in the pudding, so they say. Basically, I smother the bird with yogurt all over it and then put crumbs onto the yogurt. You don't have to baste it because it's covered in yogurt, which is bringing all that, that dairy fat. So you don't have to put butter on it. It's all coming from the yogurt. So yeah, yogurt and poultry, it's always a good combination. I think people are reluctant to do it because they spend a lot of money buying a turkey, but yeah, wait till you see how this comes up. It's always nice to have a sharp knife in the kitchen. If you know how to use a steel, you will have a very sharp knife. Alright, something I like to do when I've used a steel is just clean the knife. See that? There's metal filings on there. You don't want to eat that. So, obviously, we have to make the stuffing. So, I'm going to cut all of these bits up. We're going to keep the peelings as well because they're going to go in the pan to protect the base of the bird when it's cooking. And that'll add flavour as well. Parsnip, very undersung hero in the kitchen. So all those bits are going to go in the bottom of the pan like that. There'll be more things going in there to protect the bird from burning. If you don't use parsnip often, buy some. Get it in your dishes. It's delicious. I like to chop all these root vegetables up nice and fine so they cook quickly. You might have your own recipe for stuffing. It really doesn't matter what goes inside the bird. For me, I make it out of rice because I'm gluten free. But yeah, I'm sure if you did your own stuffing and just tried the yogurt thing on the outside, you'd be more than amazed. Oh man, this one's got my eyes burning. Okay, that's for the pan. More for the stuffing. Okay, this is Christmas after all, so let's have a nice big knob of butter in there. And with all the parsnip and carrots and onions. These tomatoes are going to go in there too. A heap and helping of parsley. We're going to keep all those stalks, put the stalks in the pan. There's probably too much there as well, so I'll put some of that in the pan. Yeah, that's good. I'll chop all that up. In the pan, the leftovers in the under the bird. Some thyme here as well. This is a must. You've got to have this in there. In the pan. In it goes. Simmer this down, add some rice, fill it up with water. Oh, I forgot the garlic. Garlic goes good with everything, so we'll put a heap of it in there. If you haven't seen this trick before, pay attention. This is how you save yourself a lot of time in the kitchen. Bang, bang, bang. There it is. Do it again. Bang, bang, bang. Chop, thump, bang. Chop, thump, bang. That's how you peel garlic. This is how you chop garlic. in the pot. Smash it, chop it in the pot. Smash it, chop it in the pot. There's one that got away. The technique really is a slide. You've got to slide the knife off when you squished it, like this. Otherwise it sticks. It's really starting to smell good in the kitchen now. Now, seasoning. Don't be afraid to put heaps of salt in things, especially at Christmas time. Gotta have pepper. This is one of my all-time favourites, tamari. Put it in everything. It might be an Asian thing, but it doesn't need to be in Asian dishes. It's very delicious in non-Asian dishes. Now's probably a good time to be preheating the oven. Anywhere between 180 and 220 is a good temperature for cooking a bird. Set to low to just simmer along because I want all of those things to come together. Could probably put the water in there now and get that simmering. It's always a quick cheat to use the jug. Hot water in there from the jug. Don't use hot water from the tap. The tap hot water has been run through copper pipes in a state of in a heated state. It picks up a toxic copper oxide, which you don't want to be ingesting because over time it will accumulate in your body. I'm going to throw some pistachios in because lutein is good for your eyes, and it's tasty. Gonna need more than that. I'm gonna whack a bit of pesto in there. I didn't get any basil today when I was out. This stuff's a pretty good substitute. It's got some nuts as well. I've been using this a lot lately. Another thing that helps any dish pop is a bit of apple cider. Everything's starting to soften up, so I fill that up with water and put some rice in. So I'll leave that to simmer till the rice puffs up and then I'll give it a stir. You don't want to stir this kind of dish while the rice is cooking, otherwise it'll all go to glug. Now's a good time to get out the bird and have a look. So here's the bed for the bird. Break up all of this, spread it around, it's going to sit on that, and all these things will bubble away underneath it. It'll make the most amazing gravy that'll come out the bottom there if it doesn't all get burnt. There we go. Looks nicely spread out. Here it is, the glorious turkey. Look at that great big monster. 5.885 kilos. Jesus. That'll feed a hungry horde. Self-basting. Does that mean it's in the oven pouring juices over itself? Smells alright. There's a bit of juice and filth in there. I want to tip that in the sink. The blood. It's a good idea to have a pluck around and pull off the bits of feather that were missed by the production. They don't always get it all, especially under the wings. That's pretty good actually. I want to be for the price of it. Sometimes when you buy a turkey, you'll get the neck put inside and the giblets as well, but no such joy here. That's all fat there. I like the neck meat, so if you do get the neck, put it in there with your stuffing, cook it inside. It's a delicacy. Season, season, season. Salt all over it. This is the Himalayan pink rock salt. Very nice flavour. Full of minerals, I'm being told in the background. And that's true. It's, you know, it's got all the things that you would be missing in your diet. Like when we were cavemen, obviously we'd ingest a lot more dirt and stuff. It's good for you. Look at all that salt. See, the rice is starting to puff up now. Salt, pepper. Some of this will rub off when I do the yogurt thing. A lot of people don't like the gaminess of turkey. This is one of my little secrets. A little bit of this green curry stuff in the yogurt. It knocks out that gamey flavour. It just really does something amazing. You can put as much as you like or a little as you like. I tend not to use too much because family Christmas and everyone has to eat it. There was one year here where I put chilies in it as well. It was delicious. I did a tandoori turkey one year. Also a Tuscan flavoured turkey. A lot of teas in that scented. Okay, here we go with the yogurt. It's a big bird, so it'll probably take all of that. This is really good on duck too, by the way. Rice is taking up all the juices there. I'll let that go a bit longer. One year I put quinoa in that, and the little tails on it look like maggots. It was terrible. Now there is a cavity in the front of the bird that can be stuffed. There's a fair bit of neck skin there. I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to pop a few cloves in the cavity there. I've stood the bird up in a pot so that I can stuff it. It's a good opportunity to put some salt on the backside here. A little bit of ginger never goes astray. In this case I'm using ginger beer. It's really starting to get the consistency I'm after. I want it a bit more gluey than that. Now's a good idea to prepare the crumb. In this case we're using corn chips and popcorn. Put it in a Ziploc bag and bash it. Popcorn's really good because it's so porous. It wicks up the fats and brings them to the surface and helps create that browning and crusting of this. Wait till you see the skin this makes. Looks good. Okay, this is not looking watery anymore, so it's about ready to put in the bird. And this is a cheat. It takes a long time to cook a turkey, but if you stick hot stuffing in, it takes a lot less. Of course, you need to get from stuffing to into the oven fairly quickly. That's why I've got the oven preheated, and basically I'm going to put that in the cavity of the bird and then put it on its tray, wrap it in foil, and then stick it in the oven. So with what I just said in mind, that's why it's important to have your tray prepped, your crumbs prepped, your yogurt prepped, because if you wait too long and put hot stuff inside a cold bird, you're just asking for salmonella trouble. So you don't want that. And let's face it, nobody wants salmonella for Christmas. And now we're ready to go and get stuffed. You need a big spoon for this. If you don't, you'll burn yourself. Okay, open that up. Don't forget there's 4 cloves of garlic in there. And just get it in there. It's quite a big pot, but you'll be surprised, that'll all fit inside this bird. If there's any left over, you just put it in the pan around it. You want to have skewers handy so you can stitch it up. Twisting the skewer helps it go through. I want it to go right down into the tail there. You want to snap that off. Don't forget, there's another cavity in this bird in the front. Still got some stuffing left. There probably will be a bit left over. That's alright, we'll put it in the pan. Man, that's a big turkey. Yeah, nah. Whew, it's burning my fingers. This is where we want another skewer. Don't. Oh, man. Alright, stitch that one up too. Now, transfer it over to the tray. Look at that, we've busted a hole in the back. Gonna have to repair that. Okay, now we've got that done, and it's time to get messy. And you want this to sit as thick as you can get it to sit on the bird. Look down from the top here, you can see we need to reach down there and pinch it as you go all the way around. Being as big as it is, I'm going to have to put a strip in there. Normally I'd be able to bring the two tops together, but I've never cooked a bird this big. You don't want the foil touching best as you can help it. Skewers are very handy when it comes to making these little foil houses. Because what you can do is you can do the fold, and the stick gives you some support structure, and then you can just slide the stick out. There it is, ready for the oven. Okay, 3.5 hours. Time to peel that foil off and see what it looks like. That's why you don't want the foil touching the skin. Look at that. Okay, time to crisp it up. At this point in the cook it's about 2 AM. I'm just testing to see if it's crisped enough and putting it back in for another 10 minutes. So all up the crisping phase without the foil on was 30 minutes, and it took 3.5 hours to get to the point that it was basically ready for the crisping. So 4 hours all told, not bad for a 5.8 something kilo bird. It rested overnight, it was totally delicious the next day as cold meat, and yeah, it's still being eaten now. I'm just going to go and make a turkey sandwich And thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this different style of video. I've been meaning to do this for a while because I cook a turkey every year, and it's all about the yogurt trick, and everyone thinks, you know, that just doesn't sound right. But yeah, it works. Look at it. Proof's in the pudding. Cheers.